Hi everyone. Myself, Dr. Pradeep Reddy, Associate Professor, Sage University, Bhopal. In this video, I would like to present you on value at risk. So let us see what is value at risk. So basically, many of the times we doesn't value the risk, but we know that risk is everywhere. In this video, let me present you about the concept of value at risk and how to calculate and how to maximize returns and minimize the losses. So value at risk calculates the maximum loss expected or worst case scenario on an investment. See, for example, every one of us likes to do investments. So in that also, we should bear the loss. We should feel that there is a risk in it. And in that, what is our bearable, maximum bearable capacity? Then only we can do investments. So over a given time period and a given specified degree of confidence, especially value at risk is a measure of losses due to normal market movements. So there are three key elements of value at risk, that is a specified level of loss in value, a fixed time period over which risk is assessed, and a confidence level. See, let us example, tell me you, there is only a 5% chance that our company's losses will exceed 20 million over the next 5 days. So this is a classic value at risk measure, and value at risk does not provide any information about how bad the losses might be if the value at risk level is exceeded. So in that connection, there is a mathematical formula which is given in the here so that we can calculate the value at risk. So given some confidence level of value at risk of the portfolio, at the confidence level, alpha is given by the smallest number such that the probability that the loss L exceeds L is not larger than the 1 minus alpha, so that we can estimate how extent the risk can be measured. And let us see with the value at risk with regarding to the history, that is VAR was well established in quantitative trading groups at several financial investments before 1990 due to financial events in early 1990s, though it was not standardized. And the development was not extensive at JP Morgan, which published methodology and gave free access to estimates of necessary underlying parameters in 1994. And 2 years later, VAR was spun off into an independent for profit business, now part of Risk Metrics Group. In 1997, US SEC made it compulsory to disclose all quantitative measures or of derivative and present financial statements, including value at risk. And these are the methodologies of value at risk. First one is the historical simulation. Second one is the variance and covariance. And third one is the Monte Carlo simulation. And what is historical simulation is, here it is a simulation, it is a simple theoretical approach that requires relatively few assumptions about the statistical distributions of the underlying market factors. So here in historical simulation can be described in few terms of 5 steps. It can be divided into 5 steps. Like in step 1, it will be identifying the market factors and market to market value of the contract in terms of the market factors. It has to be extracted. And in step 2, we have to obtain a historical values of the market factors for the last n periods, whatever the time frame period that we are going to take in. And in step 3, subject to the current portfolio to the changes in market rates and prices experienced on each of the most recent 100 business days, calculating the daily profits and losses that would occur if comparably daily changes in the market factors are experienced and the current portfolio is market to market in the step 3. And in step 4, order the market to market profits and losses from largest profit to largest losses. And in step 5, finally select the loss which is equalized or exceeded 5% of the time. And in the variance and covariance method, we will be discussing about the normal distributions, and we will be keeping a few steps of the variance. What is the real variance? of mapping, risk mapping, how to map the risk, and the risk instruments of mapping them into a set of simpler standardized positions or instruments can be seen. And it is also having a really of 4 steps how to value the risk measurement through variance and covariance method. That is, in step 1 we have to identify the basic market factors, and in step 2 assume that percentage of changes in the basic market factors have a multivariate normal distribution, and in step 3 use the standard deviations and correlations of the market factors, and in step 4 with the help of standard deviations and of correlations between changes in the values of the standardized positions, calculate the portfolio variance. And in the last method of Monte Carlo simulation, in step 1, here we will be taking the hypothetical portfolio profits or losses, and one chooses a statistical distribution that is believed to capture or approximate the possible changes in market factors, so that this method will helpful in a very abnormal manner to calculate the value at risk. And in the step 1 here, it's the same wise. In the other models, we will be identifying the basic market factors, we will be determining the distribution of changes, and in third we will be generating the hypothetical values, and in step 4 and 5, that is we will be last 2 steps are same as in historical simulation, because the market to market profits and losses are ordered from the largest profit to the largest losses. So, and these are the comparisons when compared to others, and let us see the what are the advantages of value at risk. So first of all, it captures an important aspect of risk in a single number. It is very easy to understand. It provides a measure of total risk. It is useful for monitoring and controlling risk within portfolio, and it can measure risk of many types of financial securities. And as a tool, it is very useful for comparing a portfolio with market portfolio. So I hope you might have understood about value at risk, which is very important aspect nowadays, and it has been made mandatory. And when we are maintaining a portfolio, we should first of all understand how much risk we can bear. And that's all about the concept. Thank you, everyone.